first of all, as you said correctly, that this is in continuations. It's nothing new. Of course, COVID-19 added, it's like what Arundhati Roy says, and it's an X-ray of Indian state. In terms of in terms of public health, the status of the institutions, especially the PDS, public distribution systems, and of course our the largely entire public institutions as a whole. Then that we could see from, if you look at the basic statistics from our last means 2011. In 2011, India, in post-colonial India, has witnessed one of the massive migrations from rural to urban India. One of the massive migration, unnoticed migrations. I mean, like that. Now, the impact of immediately locking down the Indian state in the notice of 4 hours. And then we could see all those pictures from different video footage and all those media clips, that how workers. And let me just briefly discuss, when you're saying workers, I mean, if you do an empirical survey, the workers are largely coming from mostly from Dalits and Adivasis community as well, and large chunks of minority Muslims as well. So in that sense, the entire Bangalore, metro cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Ahmedabad, all those, Kerala, you see huge numbers of workers from the east, from Jharkhand, from West Bengal, from Bihar, and of course from Assam. So in that sense, this entire COVID-19 is basically giving a larger idea of the hollowness of last 30 years of neoliberal economic policies, and top the structural inequalities within the country. It's a little bit of basic of public infrastructure and amenities, whereas in especially country like India, you don't have even basic minimum public infrastructure. And on top of that, with the notice of 4 hours, you are locking down a country of billions of populations. That is absolutely shocking. And one point I would like to add, the 2014 Indian general elections and the coming of far right political party in the country, which is also adding extra fuel to the fire, like the hatred, the kind of propaganda, all sort of campaigns, both in the Twitter, in online as well as offline. Lot of mainstream media channels. That's more astonishing. Lot of mainstream media channels are publishing fake news, not only fake news, but also a planned propaganda against a religious minority. That is, of course, is very shocking.
Even in the time of Corona, like
even in the time of, I have already spoken again.
Yeah, I've followed that too. They're making Corona as a kind of instrument.
Yeah, it's basically racializing, a community.
Like against the Tablighi Jamaat, I guess.
Not necessarily restrict to Tablighi Jamaat alone. Tablighi Jamaat is sort of one, a path. It's majority of Indian populations are not follower of Tablighi Jamaat. Look at how Corona or Islamophobia is having, making an economic impact in everyday lives.
Okay.
The new discourse which is started by Indian Prime Minister, when they talk to the citizens through radio channel Man Ki Baat. And in Man Ki Baat, you're advising not to go out, advise how we should do. I mean, like entirely by neglecting the economic issues, the package, the developing and strengthening of ration system, strengthening public health. So that is a major part. Initially, I was also a bit of optimistic about at large, that at least people in South will think about robust public health. No, that will come into the course of politics.
But
with the passing days, that's absolutely is not there anymore. It's like, apart, of course, Kashmir is there, but apart from Kashmir, if you look at the mainland India, I mean, if you look at the Jamia Millia Islamia, the place where you had a series of protests against this bill called Citizenship Amendment Bill, later is enacted as an act, which is a citizenship bill. So, look at the recent media reports. There are a lot of protesters who were basically organizers, like research scholars, student leaders, community leaders, all their books are repressive law called UAPA, which, recently, yesterday also notice have been served to a chief of minority commissions. Delhi Minority Commission is a quasi-judicial body. Serve against him on a citizen charge because he something on Facebook when the princess of UAE or Gulf countries, they have showed solidarity for the Muslims, when they're facing Islamophobia. Just wrote that letter. I mean, that in the Facebook post, he has been served a notice. He's not an individual. He's an head of an institutions which supposed to whose primary task is to look after the conditions of Muslims in the territory of Delhi with that minority persons. So this really an alarming situations. I mean, that's why I say that COVID-19 is have a multiple meanings of citizenship. Is is largely it's is a part of entire anti protest which were going on. These all correct linked with it. It's not something very in isolation. So in order to understand COVID-19 crisis in India or a crisis in relation to Muslims, we have to understand in totality. So of course, it's a serious issue in Kashmir. The news reporter, journalists, student leaders are been slapped with a lot of charges, and these all cases are very tough law. It's not something a very petty cases. It's like very tough, stringent law called UAPA, which you can be behind the bar for even more than 7 years. Been enacted. On the other hand, you see the mass surveillance as well.
Yeah.
The COVID-19 and using of different apps and all, and basically this. I mean, we don't know. Like there's a huge mistrust among the citizens and the state that whether they will really protect their personal data or not. Of course, in medical terms, you need personal data, but how far that medical data or personal data, the state or the state agencies will protect that. In previously, we have seen how the larger game of metadata or big data works in the entire, not only in surveillance but also linked with the large big multinational companies. So in that sense, it's really alarming situations in country. In the so one hand, Modi is saying good thing. Okay, there is the corona has no race. We fight together. But on the other hand, his comrades, or maybe I'm not using the word comrade, his and his friend, they are doing all sorts of things. Yeah, in Uttar Pradesh, one of the biggest Indian large state of Uttar Pradesh, where a legislator, MLA, he on record saying don't buy vegetables from Muslim vendors. The good thing with that, with the global media and that with the Facebook and all, when the news are getting globalized, then they are giving a disclaimer. Don't say whatever message you are giving, that signal. In the Modi's speech of 2 times speech to the nations, in that speech you will just word like Lakshman Rekha. No, see, you are fighting. I mean, though fighting is also not a proper, war is not something as if you are fighting war. War is not setting a good example. That's what Amartya Sen also said very initially, that the analogy we are drawing of war is not a good analogy, because we need to coin some new other words which will basically link with our public health and public hygiene system. War will, the analogy of war will create a understanding that we of opponent, some enemy. So virus is a scientific thing. Is of course is there something very different. So my point, I would like to say, post 2014, this is getting more institutionalized or getting much more legitimacy from the large number of middle class peoples.
Incredible to see how the same Minister of Home Affairs, Amit Shah, in 2018 called termites the Bangladeshis coming to India because they were infiltrating India and so on.
Correct.
Right, the discourse was established long back.
True. And you are, the global image of India. What Professor Jaffrello last week in a Wire interview, he very correctly said, the all last 20 years of Indian post 1990s image of India being a emoji India, a massive India, big India, shining India, all that image, came under huge scanner with this circulation of labor migrations. What Professor Bremen call it footloose labor.
Yeah.
So that Indian entire image, India rebuilt this image. Now globally in the last 1 month, this image, that public image, whatever I built globally, it also used massively, both in terms of the medical preparedness as also in terms of the societal harmony.